I wanted to use aprs reliably without breaking the bank. Don't get me wrong, a lot of radios come with aprs built in, but the cheaper ones usually don't. You usually have to pay a premium for the aprs. But for someone starting out like me, you don't want to break the bank to play with aprs. I started with the Baofeng and a cheap aprs cable. It wouldn't transmit reliably enough to set up a Digipeater or an iGate like I wanted. So I knew I needed something to fix it. But I was torn between a Digirig and a Mobilinkd. After doing a little bit of research, I quickly learned they're two complete separate things, and today I'm going to compare the two devices that are often thought to be the same thing. They do share some of the same use cases, but they are quite different in what they are used for and how they are used. The Digirig itself is a wired device that has a single USB connection to your computer, Raspberry Pi, or even your cell phone. From there, it hooks up to your audio's input and output. When you hook the Digirig up to your computer will see it as a USB audio device and a serial device. The serial device can be used for push-to-talk control, and it can also be used to program your radio with software like Chirp. When you're using the audio cable, your computer will receive the sound coming from the radio, and it'll be able to transmit sound to the radio. And if your radio supports it, it'll also be able to push-to-talk and automatically send the audio from your computer out. If you have just a cheap Baofeng that only supports FM, and you want to use digital modes, you'll need to hook your radio up to a processor of some kind to convert the audio to the digital data that's needed for that mode. With the Digirig, you can actually work with any digital mode that lets you receive audio directly, such as SSTV, FT8, and JS Call, just to name a few. A Mobilinkd is a completely separate tool. It is a battery-powered Bluetooth TNC or terminal node controller device that connects to your radio input and output. The Mobilinkd actually receives the audio and processes AX.25 packets into text and lets your Bluetooth connected device receive the data from the packet. When transmitting, it actually does that in reverse. Your application will send the packet's text to the TNC, and the Mobilinkd convert that analog audio for your radio to transmit. So the big difference between these two are the Digirig just passes on the audio to your computer for later processing, but the Mobilinkd actually does the processing on board, and it's sending the packets as data directly to your device instead of the audio. Therefore, the Mobilinkd can only be used with modes that take AX.25 packets, like APRS and Packet WinLink. While that may sound like the Digirig is a better choice, that is not always the case. Since they both have their own purpose, I actually ended up buying both of them, and I use them in their own ways. Right now, APRS is my favorite mode of ham radio, and I have both of these devices dedicated to APRS. Since I live in an underserved area as far as iGates and Digipeaters go, my Digirig is the perfect setup to set up an iGate and Digipeater with just an old Windows laptop I have laying around. And I do have a video out there on how to set this up exactly if you want to do the same for your area. It's all wired, so I don't have to worry about any Bluetooth connectivity issues out there or batteries running down or anything like that. However, my Mobilinkd is actually connected to my cheap Baofeng radio, and I keep this one handy on me wherever I go so that I can use APRS on the go. I keep it charged up and wirelessly connected to my phone, running APRS Droid on it, and that's where I receive my messages when I'm doing things like APRS Thursday or signal testing out on the road. The Mobilinkd has a 2-day continuous use battery life where you can run it continuously without having to charge the batteries. I actually used Velcro to Velcro it to one of my cheap radios so that I don't have to worry about it falling off and breaking. They do also offer a Velcro strap that you can use. However, I did not think to buy that until after I had done place the order. So I just bought some Velcro from Walmart and attached it to my radio and the Mobilinkd. The Mobilinkd is very portable and very easy to connect to and use. Now all I have to do is turn on my Mobilinkd and click Start Tracking on my APRS Droid, and instantly I have a mobile APRS station. They are both great products for what they're used for. And if you're into APRS like I am, the Mobilinkd is perfect for your mobile APRS operations. The Digirig is perfect for a lot of other things, including APRS. When I first bought these, I bought the Digirig and I loved it. There's so many things you can do with it. and it's absolutely perfect, like I said earlier, for Digipeater. But after I got it, I wanted something a little more mobile with less wires, and I wanted to be able to charge my phone and still be able to send and receive packets because the Digirig is completely wired. Something I could leave connected to my phone while in the other room. Personally, I think they complement each other very well. And if you have the budget for it, go ahead and buy both. But again, I started with the Digirig, and that is the one that has the most uses, and it is a little cheaper. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.